Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and if you're new here, my name is Valma Asola. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into the tutorial, and I'm starting off by outlining her eyebrows following their natural shape, and I am using Davis number 3 eye pencil. I will then start filling in the eyebrows using very light strokes, and make sure that your pencil is very sharp. I always make sure I brush through them to get rid of any harsh lines and also to blend them out. So if I find that there are still spaces left, I will go ahead and fill them in. I am using a Legal Pro concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze to clean the lower brow bone for highlighting purposes. That is why I am using a slightly lighter shade. Then I will mix Beautiful Bronze with Dark Cocoa to get her shade and clean out the rest of the brow. Going in with a clean brush, I am blending out the product and evenly distributing it all over the lid. I will repeat the same process on the other eye off camera so that the video is not too long. For the upper part of the brow, I normally use a foundation, and I am using Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 370, which is deep bronze, and I will just follow my pencil outline, then blend out the excess product with a brush. Prepping the eyelid is very important because it determines on how your eyeshadow will turn out. I am using the same concealer shade that I used to clean out the brow bone, which is Beautiful Bronze, and I will set it out with Banana Loose powder. So the first shade that I'm using is Noble from the Ever Beauty palette as my transition shade, and I am packing it starting from the outer corner to the inner corner of the crease. Then I will move on to the second shade from the Closer Pretty palette, which is black, and I will smoke it out completely to my liking. I will cut the crease twice because I need to leave a space in between for the glitter liner, so I will use two different concealer shades. Starting off, I am going in with the shade Beautiful Bronze, and always make sure that you use a very flat brush. I will take a clean brush and completely blend out the product to pave way for the second cut crease. For the second cut crease, I'm using a Legal Pro concealer in the shade Flat White, and it's a very good eyeshadow base. It doesn't dry out quickly and doesn't give creases. And whenever you do an elongated cut crease or any type of a cut crease, make sure you take your time to stamp or draw out the shape as you drag the product and fill it in. Also, if you can notice, I left a little bit of a space between the first cut crease and the second cut crease. That's why I used two different concealer shades so that it can be visible. I will blend out the excess product, and once you're done, it should look something like this. Now I am going in with the mustard shade from the same palette, and it is in the shade Finger Crossed, and I am tapping it in the center of her lid because honestly I freestyled this look. I didn't know what color scheme I would use, and since I was just going with the flow, I decided to match the top she was wearing. I am applying bright yellow shade in the inner corner, and for the end of her cut crease, I am going in with the dark brown color that I use as my transition shade. I will go back and forth with the brush to make sure that I completely blend out the two shades. And now I will go ahead and apply the glitter liner on the space that I left between the two creases. I was not sure about this look because I didn't have any inspiration, so I was so afraid it will backfire, but it turned out even better than expected. Is it me, or do you guys also hold your breath while doing eyeliner? Because I do it all the time. I'm so afraid when I breathe I will spoil the whole look. So I decided to add a black shade on the outer corner of the crease to darken it a little bit. So I drew the black liner off camera, and I have a very detailed video on how to do it, so you can go check it out after this video. And I'm now applying mascara before applying the false lashes. So I went ahead and cleaned and moisturized her face off camera, and now moving on to the foundation. I am using the same foundation that I used to clean the top of her eyebrow with, and that is Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 370. So to slightly highlight your face, I'm going in with the concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze, and I'm going to apply it on the T-zone area, the bridge of her nose, under the nose, the chin, and slightly on the forehead area. Then I will apply a little bit of setting spray to highlight the concealer for easier blending. To blend out the product, I will use the same beauty blender that I use to blend in the foundation with, and I always say this in all of my videos, please take your time to blend out the product, especially under the eye, to avoid creasing. To set the concealer, I am using banana loose powder, and I will just press in the product until it blends out completely. And now to set the places that I applied foundation, I am going in with the Ezekiel powder palette in the shade Sunrise. And I will use the same brush and blend out the face all together. Moving on to contouring, I'm using powder contour, and I'm using the darkest shade of powder from my Ezekiel powder palette, and I am not using cream contour. The reason why I'm not using cream contour is because cream contour will make her skin tone too dark for my liking, so I went ahead and applied a little bit of contour on her cheekbone area, her nose, her forehead, and her jawline. So for deep skin tones, I don't prefer applying blush, so I will skip that part, and now I'm applying highlight on the cheekbone. I will also apply some of it on the bridge of the nose. So for the lips, I'm just outlining them using Davis Lip Pencil number 2, and I will follow the natural shape of her lips. And then I will go ahead and apply lip gloss on top of it. And lastly, I will lock in the look using a setting spray. So this is the final look. It turned out better than expected. I really hope you enjoyed and learned something from this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and see you on the next one.